Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring to you today's collective reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, collective. I'm hearing don't worry about a thing. Every little thing's going to be all right. Isn't that a song by Bob Marley? Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing's going to be all right. So some of you are stressing out about a situation, but I feel like there's going to be a twist. Yeah, look at you have to be fair, you have the justice energy here showing up with flexibility, card 19. 19's the sun. So there could be a twist in a situation that brings fairness to perhaps a never-ending cycle even. Bottom of the deck, this can be about patterns. This is about replaying an old story out in your head, collective. It could be a story of pain, a story of betrayal, a story of not being good enough. This could even be an illness. There is a memory or a circumstance that feels very repetitive or even redundant. Perhaps some of you have been made to feel redundant in your career or on a business path here. I feel like there's a surge of energy and you actually have time to go here. Time to go. It's going to bring you peace. It's going to bring you peace once you leave behind this situation, whatever this never-ending story is for you, but it's been difficult to jump up out of this cycle. Now, your first card out is flexibility. This can be adapting to new situations. It could be flexible in how you perceive things. Right? And that's kind of what I'm getting here as well, because we also see card 37 and we see 38. So there is an ascension here. There is an ascension of a situation, a rising above, seeing something from perhaps a new point of view. This may also have to do with your body, flexibility within your body, within blood flow, within your lymphatic system. I'm getting here as well for you. You may be exercising more, guided to exercise, move the body, dance, get out there and hike, walk. Card 19 also represents that energy of, good health, success, happiness, but it may require you to let go of whatever has been playing out on repeat in your mind or in your life. Some story that has been on repeat. You're leaving it behind. You're walking away. I'm getting an 8 of Cups energy. The reason why it's been so difficult is because it's emotionally impacted you in some way, shape, or form. This had brought you a lot of happiness at one point, or it had brought you a lot of meaning. There may have been a lot of love. But something happened here that interrupted your peace, and it's time for you to get it back. And that's why you have the peace card showing up here, collective, as your outcome energy. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the flexibility showing up here for collective? Right away, 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is about acceleration, getting on track. It could be news, messages, communication, travel. It can be velocity or relocating. This can even be incoming messages from your higher power, right? That puts you on a path of new perspective that allows you to shift your energy in some way, shape, or form. She's powerful. She's a fighter. She's a warrior. She's not giving up here. And with this 8 of Wands, a lot of you, there's going to be messages or news that comes in where you may have a choice or a decision to make. Spirit, can we get a little bit of insight into this communication? 7 of Wands. Something you thought you had lost courage on. Remember what I said earlier, every little thing is going to be all right. Something that was inflexible, perhaps. inflexibility, a way of thinking, or you felt trapped, you felt stuck, you lost courage that something was going to go perhaps in a better direction, or you lost courage in hope even. This is about you getting back on track. It's about you being flexible in a dream, not giving up on a dream, feeling more inspired, feeling more courageous. Let's get one more for the flexibility collective. And we have 6 of coins. Beautiful. There's the reciprocity. There's the balance. This is generous giving. Yeah, something's either coming back around in a new way. This could be a new generous offer, news coming in. This could be the news of a job, news of a home, promotion, raise, justice energy. Could be a legal situation where you lost courage thinking that it was going to weigh out in your favor. And maybe it doesn't weigh out in your favor, but it weighs out in the highest good of all. It's the good. I don't want to say the good. The fair. There we go. The fairness will win out. So if you felt something was unfair and you wanted justice, you wanted balance here in some way to the situation, even if it means that you had to cut your loss and walk away from a situation, or it was difficult or challenging in some way, shape, or form, I do feel like balance and karma are being restored here. Something is being restored. Could be your health, could be your finances, could be your heart even. Even though I don't see any heart energy, let's look. What is being restored here for the collective? Oh, wow. Look at King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords is literally holding the scales, and that's what we have on the to be fair. We could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, strong Libran energy here with the justice to be fair. This could also come about during Libran season, September 23rd to October 22nd. Could be big, could be significant. But here's the emotion piece. We were just talking about an emotional situation or fairness. The King of Swords sometimes can be needing to choose emotions over ethics, or you finally feel like you're able to open up again after being very withdrawn or inflexible to a situation. So for example, perhaps you've said, I'm never going to date again. I'm never going to love. They're all the same. That can be a hardened, conditioned way of thinking. And then you meet someone. But you meet someone and then that belief or that condition is being challenged. And Spirit is saying, but let's be flexible. Let's open up, because there's an opportunity here for you to restore balance, restore equilibrium to those emotions or feelings that maybe were shut off because of something you had gone through. So that's just one example, collective, but I feel like that's what's going on here. Is there is an opening of fairness, but it requires your participation. It requires you to see things from a new point of view. And remember that every little thing is going to be all right. So even if there has been some sort of challenging news, or there's been a delay, or if, there was an unfair act, it's going to come back around, right? We don't always see things coming back around because that's not our job. We don't need to see karma at play or justice at play. We trust that it's there. It's one of the universal laws, right? But here you are in the 4 of coins, letting go of something that, again, was a never-ending story. 4 of coins. This can be managing your finances. It can be debt. It can be scarcity mindset. It can be withholding affection. That's what you're letting go of. And I'm so, so proud of you, because it's been difficult. It's been difficult. If it wasn't, you wouldn't keep going round and round. In your mind, is this the right thing? Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I offer this opportunity? Do I take this risk? Do I move in this direction or that direction? And I feel like you're moving up. You're moving up. You have the Three of Pentacles. This could be collaborations and allegiances, alliances, teamwork. Teamwork making that dream work. You're building a solid foundation. You have built a solid foundation. And this is about you taking that next step, advancement of some sort, taking a relationship to the next level, or taking a job opportunity to the next level, healing to the next level. You've learned some very valuable lessons. When we do not learn the lesson, we go back and repeat. And there's nothing wrong with that. It can be annoying. Yes, it can, right? It can be challenging. We don't want to, but there's always something that keeps us in that energy, because it's our energy that attracts the external, right? So if you have been thinking, for quite some time that you don't want to meet someone, but then there's an opportunity over here, you have the ability to break the pattern. You have the ability to shift out of that energy. And you may be saying, well, Mel, how did I attract this person if I wasn't looking for that? But maybe on a deeper subconscious level, you really did, right? And your higher self and your guides and your angels were saying, you've learned some valuable lessons. We're going to send divine intervention in here for you to choose an exit. That's what's occurring. It's time to go. It's time to go towards peace. Let's take a look at this leaving behind or time to go here. 45. Some of you may be 37, 38, 45. You may be born on the 19th or the 23rd. What do we have for the collective? Time to go. Threes. Look at all these threes. You have now the Three of Wands. We have the Three of Coins. And we have, okay, I thought you had the Three of Wands. Not yet, but I feel like you are being creative. Threes are about flexibility and creativity. They're about harmony, peace, advancement, and birth of new ideas, birth of a new chapter of your life. And we're seeing growth here. You've learned all that you could from a situation, and it's time to level up in a new arena. There is notable growth. You yourself have grown. Some of you have outgrown an old pair of shoes, right? Symbolically, it's like you've outgrown that old t-shirt, or you've outgrown something, and it was comfy. Don't get me wrong. You loved sleeping with that t-shirt. You loved those shoes. They were comfy as all get out, but maybe the sole started to come out, or maybe the shirt started to get holes and stains, and it was ripped and tattered. It's time for you to upgrade, is what I'm picking up on. Upgrade. Spirit, please clarify the Three of Wands and time to go. Why is the Three of Wands here? What are we growing? What are we growing? Time to grow is what they said. Wow. So on this card, it says time to grow, but I keep hearing time to grow. Time to grow. And it hurts to go through growth spurts. You remember when y'all were young and you went through a growth spurt, you had growing pains even, or you'd get the cramps in your legs, or, whatever it was, whether it's a physical growth spurt or it's a growth spurt in life, they hurt. And it may hurt you to throw that old raggedy shirt away or that old pair of shoes, because you've grown, it's attached to them in some way, shape, or form. There's a comfortability. But Spirit's saying, time to grow. In a fun, light way. We have the Page of Coins and the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's your new opportunity. Page of Coins says you've recognized that opportunity. We said that over here, right? There's something over here that Spirit is bringing in. It's almost as if divine intervention is saying, wait a second, look over here. We have the ability to shift our energy, be flexible here, and change. Six of Swords is the energy of needed change. Are you going to choose that path? I mean, that's up to you. But I see you definitely want to. And I see that if you are open to this, if you remain flexible, you have the ability to bring balance and fairness to all, even if it requires you hurting some feelings, not intentionally, but perhaps people don't want to see you evolve. People don't always want to see you grow. because then it reminds them where they're at, and it may or may not be the catalyst to their own healing, their own change. But you're ready to break a cycle. You've been ready, but perhaps you felt like there wasn't an opportunity to do so. Here it is. Spirit, what is this opportunity that's bringing more peace for the collective? What's this opportunity bringing more peace for the collective? Ace of Coins, Eight of Coins. Oh my gosh, here it is in the flesh. Here it is in the Pentacle realm. Ace of Coins is a brand new opportunity. You're not missing out, right? You could miss out if you decided to stay in this repeat cycle and you decided not to shift your energy, not to say yes to this new opportunity. And that's okay. I mean, we have free will. You can choose to do as you wish. But this reading is letting you know that if you are open and you decide to take this leap of faith, which requires you growing and expanding consciousness, expanding your thoughts, expanding your mind, asking yourself, collective, what else is possible? Because you're protected here. Eight of Coins is acquiring expertise. It's mastery. And as I always say, mastery is not the completion of learning all that you can learn. Mastery, self-mastery to me is being consistent each and every day towards getting better, towards bettering oneself, bettering one's career, bettering one's love life. It is practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. They say practice makes perfect. And I say consistency brings mastery. Some of you may be going back to school. This can be a very fortuitous card for those that are educators, those that are teachers, those that are students. And I feel like we're constantly students of life. We're always oscillating between student and teacher. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering a skill, putting in your best effort. It is apprenticeship, loving what you do, gaining knowledge. And I see with the Three of Pentacles, you have gained knowledge. Some of you are graduating to the next level. And it's going to help you with a brand new beginning. Okay? Or it could bring about a brand new beginning in your physical, financial, or your health, within your health. And I do see the dollar signs above. So for a lot of you, this has to do with your finances, with your career or your business. There's a new skill that you're being asked to explore. There's a new opportunity that you're being asked to say yes to take a leap of faith towards. And if this is a relationship, you are being asked to work on this, to work on this new beginning, because it has the potential to be long lasting. The coin, the pentacle realm is long lasting, but it requires work. And we're in an 8 month, in an 8 year, and the torch is being handed to you. Eight of Coins. This is an opportunity that you don't want to miss out on. It's going to bring you peace. It absolutely is going to bring you peace. And I feel like it's going to bring you closer and closer to your dream of the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. Spirit, can we please clarify here the peace? Because we see the egg, and to me, eggs are always new beginnings, right? We got to crack that egg open, or that egg cracks open and brings about a new beginning. And that's what we see with this gift. Ace of Coins is a gift, but it's a tangible gift, one that you can see, that you can feel, that you can, embrace in the physical earthly realm. Let's get one more for peace. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about a rewarded sacrifice. A lot of you had to sacrifice your time. You had to sacrifice your, I'm even getting your mind. It's like the mind went through a bit of a conflict here. Okay, or it felt like you were losing your mind on a situation, or it felt very impatient. You may have learned patience. You may have learned a lot about yourself by going through some sort of awakening. The Hanged Man can be a spiritual awakening, and it can certainly feel like a sacrifice at times, but this is something you will be rewarded for. What is that reward going to be? Bottom of the deck. We can't always see it. We got to believe in it. There's your 10 of coins. That's lasting security. This is stability. This is wealth. It's commitment. It's marriage. It's the card of privilege. So the 10 of coins is you having what you need and needing what you have and being able to have more than enough to share and spread the love. It's legacy. It is most people's dream, right? Security, wealth, abundance in this financial, physical world. To be able to do good deeds for yourself and others, have the money to be able to do it, and have the support, have the family. I mean, this is something in this is what you are manifesting. And you already have in some way, to some degree. But there is a branching off, which you see the tree. There's a branching off of this energy. I do see a lot of financial success, the promise of retirement. Beautiful energy. Potentially after some sort of interruption. There's been an interruption towards your path, on the path towards the 10 of Pentacles. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz, right? Taking the path to Emerald City, but there's so many different distractions that come in along the way. They get there eventually, but it's like you went through the poppy fields, and that's that Hanged Man energy. And through the poppy fields, you know, you fell asleep. There was some sort of pause or delay, or you just felt restricted. You felt stuck. And I feel like there is water, kind of like water being splashed over your face to wake you up in a way to get back on your path, to get back on track. And that's why you have the 8 of Wands here saying there's some news coming in. That may even represent that water being splashed on your face. There's some sort of news that wakes you up and says, wait a second, what am I doing? I got off track for a minute, but it may be those flying monkeys coming in, right? Saying it's time. And I feel like it is time. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to get out of this never-ending story and to bring more peace into your world. All right, let's get a message from this deck here. If this is love, we'll look at love here for a quick moment. Let's get a card for love, please. There is an ending. Yeah, some of you, this is a relationship is over. Okay, never-ending cycle. Some of you are being guided to leave. This could be no second chances. It says grow and transform. Okay, some of you are meant to grow in this dynamic and transform the way that this relationship is, meaning that where it's at is very stagnant. Okay, or it's very empty in some way, shape, or form. For those of you that are single, I feel like there's a next level, right? If you've been single, it's time to open up because there's a new beginning, a new opportunity over here. And for those of you that maybe have even gone through a death of some sort, death of a relationship, ego death, wounded ego, or inflated ego. I mean, the ego never truly dies. The ego is part of the human experience, but we can have healthy ego. And there's something here within the ego that had been wounded is what I'm getting. You may have been dealing with someone who had a wounded ego. Maybe you yourself did, and that may have caused delays. Some of you are contemplating moving on or getting out of some sort of cycle. And I feel like it is time to grow and transform. Okay, let's take a look at money or wealth or abundance, which we see a lot of that in your reading. We see a lot of pentacles here. It says science. Keep an open mind. There's the flexibility. Keep an open mind. Something is unfolding for you. You may make a wonderful chemist, forensics, biochemist, or anything in the field of maybe science or even health, okay, wellness. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problems. Yeah, there's something here about, I'm going to pull one more, but there is something here about strategy. You have a very brilliant mind. Some of you may be going back to school after a loss, or you may have put something on hold because you'd gone through some difficulty and now you're picking it back up. A major phase in your life is ending. Embrace newness. Let go of what was so you can focus your energy on what is ahead of you. The grief of loss continues to be an obstacle, but it doesn't have to be, because some of you, this never-ending story is grief, and we can't put a timetable on grief. And as I say, pain is inevitable. We're all going to go through pain, but suffering is a choice. We don't have to suffer in it. We can choose help. We can choose to open up and heal. And I feel like that's what you've chosen. Right? You've chosen to take a new path or a new approach after a difficulty or loss. Let's get a timing card here. I want to get timing, even though I'm getting a lot of Libran energy for you, collective. Every little thing is going to be all right. Let's see here. Timing. April. April could be a significant month here. April was strong Taurus, Aries season. Some of you may have Aries or Taurus in your chart. There may have been some sort of loss around that time. We have July, which was just last month, depending on when you're watching this. So July could be significant. Some of you may be Cancer or Leos. And one more, please, this year. Yeah, there's major transformation for a lot of you this year that does have to do with death and rebirth, okay? Loss and gain. It has to do with stepping up. Something you've been going back and forth with, or you had to heal. There was some sort of grief, and sometimes we wait for, death or a funeral to really truly grieve. When grieving takes place on an emotional and even scientific level, when we go through any loss in our lives, including a divorce, including, a major breakup or a job loss, there is a grieving process, but we're not always taking the time to grieve even. We suppress it. We numb it. We work it away, or we focus on other things. And sometimes that can manifest as dis-ease in the body. And some of you may have gone through a major experience, and now you're getting your health back to bringing it back to balance in some way, shape, or form. Mental health, emotional, physical, financial. Yeah. You're moving on, though, towards more peace. But it requires that open mind. It requires you to say yes. Say yes to the universe. Say yes to life. It allows you to come into this energy of showing up, being present, being in the now, and not apologizing for your truth. What part of you is apologizing for your truth, and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you're brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for us all. Your mantra today, collective, is courage is contagious. Courage is contagious. And that's a reminder from Leo energy, right? The courage in the lion. There's something here about you doing it now. So I am getting Leo energy. So right here, right now. And Libran season could see that balance or that justice. This is happening this year for you. This year may have been very transformational. This year may have been full of, endings and new beginnings. But I feel like all of this is bringing you towards more peace, a new beginning. That's what I have for you, collective. I hope it resonates. I hope it was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.